Yo, look at this!
So let's go.
So we have a leaked FBI watch list. We've got the story of the Penismen. That's right, Penismen. We have a anonymous TV man. They call him TV Claus. Kind of in the holiday. That's why I included that one. We have actual space combat to cover.
Yo, space combat. Let's
Yeah,
go.
then we got Wally the Walrus. And suicide pods.
Suicide.
I hope Wally the Walrus and the suicide pods aren't related.
No.
That's really sad.
Who knows? If you want to add that conspiracy later. But look at that. With me today, I have actually 3 resident experts. Episode 3, and we have 3 experts today. It's kind of fitting.
Yo, better have 4 next time.
So we have 2.
I'm the expert on the suicide pod. In case you're wondering,
She was the one who
my
provided
God.
the story. Yes, she was the source. But no, so like, first we have our resident bio bird man. Want to say hello?
Hello, everybody. It's Josh from the last podcast. Happy to be here.
Yes, and then we have a resident computer scientist.
What's up?
Yes. Oh, actually, wait. The bio guy was Josh. This guy's Tyler. I forgot to add the names.
So,
I forgot to throw in the names. And then here, a brand new expert's joining us today. Yes, an actual female. And she is our resident guinea pig mama.
bruh, they just care that I'm female and a mama. Whatever.
Well, that's why you're on the show.
You know, it's not like I study microbiology or something useful. I'm just a guinea pig.
You have
mama.
3 guinea pigs? That makes you
yo,
a guinea
pig
mama.
mama. Let's go.
Actually, I feel your pain. The first episode, he said I was supposedly a bio expert. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys actually watch the Spiel Meal episodes on YouTube, but I actually do list you guys in the description, and I put quotations around expert. So
What the heck?
That is accurate.
But yes, we're a bunch of dumb students. We've banded together to give you Spiel Meal episode 3.
And one post student.
Actually,
Oh no, you're a student of life.
exactly.
That is true. I've experienced the experiences.
You're a lifelong learner.
That's kind of deep.
Lifelong learner, first time caller.
Oh man, wait, actually I should have had you and Josh on I should have had you on the first episode as we covered some bio stuff like the xenobots and whatever. Then with your microbiology,
Yeah.
that actually would have
Yeah.
been pretty good. I should probably plan these a little
You
better.
forgot about the human-made meat.
Oh,
That would have been really
okay,
interesting
then
for Ashley to cover.
shout out to episode 4, but Ashley, you should definitely be in it because and obviously you too, Josh, because there's more bio stuff I'm gonna cover. Like the 2 pretty cool stories.
Oh, okay.
So like shout out to that. But we're on episode 3. And yes, Tyler's always here. So I think Tyler's been in every episode. Let's get it. Shout out to Tyler. Thank you.
Yo, let's go. Shout out to me.
All right.
Shout out to the reliable computer science.
And I hope you guys notice audio this time should be better. I put in a lot more effort into the audio, so it should sound good. I think the past 2 episodes we had like one person sound super quiet or off, and then it sounds whack. This time will be different. All right, so that's enough random spiel. Let's get to the deal. Look at this.
Wait, this is Spiel Deal?
No, it's Spiel Meal.
Wait, I thought it was Spiel Meal.
No, I just felt like
okay.
saying that.
All right, then.
I apologize, viewers. This is Spiel Meal. Full disclosure.
Oh yeah, coming out soon.
Full
I guess I
disclosure.
should probably mention it. Coming out soon, Spiel Deal. It's a sister podcast. It's part of the same Spiel Meal podcast, and we cover just fun topics. First episode will be coming out soon. I don't know when, just soon. But yeah, so finally going back to Spiel Meal. Look at this. Our first story is actually the largest one, and they're probably gonna get shorter and shorter. I swear I didn't get lazy while getting my notes. It just happened that way. But for the first one, a secret FBI watch list was leaked. And this actually, this
go.
actually has to do with some cybersecurity. So our resident comp site expert, will let us know what you think. But look at this. So according to The Record, an FBI terrorist list was leaked between July 19th and August 9th of this year. It was part of the FBI Terrorist Screening Center, the TSC, And I didn't know what that was at all before researching or before looking into the story. And they use this list for a lot of things. Like, it's just a giant list. I believe it's roughly 1.9 million people that are either actual terrorists or suspected terrorists on a watch list.
I bet you're on the list.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Everyone's on the list. Are you?
Yeah, everyone here is probably on that list.
Are you not on the list? Oh man. Anyone who's
Yeah,
anyone
it's
is
an
on the
exclusive
list.
access. Gotta get on the list.
Yeah, if you're not on the list, why are you even watching? It's an exclusive episode for the bad boys.
Yeah, bad boys only allowed.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. So this TSC database was made after the 9/11 attacks. It was made in 2003. It's also known as the US no-fly list. At least that list is a sub-list of this bigger one. And this one is the most public one by far. And it's used to stop specific suspected terrorists from boarding planes. And yeah, this list was actually leaked. It was not leaked how they find these people, but it was leaked. All the personal information was leaked. So it was a giant list, 1.9 million people, I believe, if I got that number right. And it's a whole bunch of stuff like date of birth, their name, country of origin. It even has like passport information if they have a passport. It has some more stuff like that too, and it has like basic descriptions of each individual. And that's essentially it. That's the whole list. Just a basic description with some detail on 1.9 million people.
That is kind of insane.
Yeah, it's pretty big, pretty crazy, and it's also honestly like Tyler, feel free to let me know if this is weird or not. But the way they found the leak, I think is really weird, and I actually have a conspiracy theory with this. And just know it's my personal conspiracy. It's not like, I don't know if it's true or not. This is what I think after doing a little bit of research. Like, there's this guy named Bob Dychenko. He posted on his LinkedIn that he found a leak. He found this leak on an FBI watch list, and he reported it to the TSC database people, and they thanked him for his work, and they patched it up 3 weeks later. And it was weird because Bob Dychenko, he's a cyber threat intelligence director at Security Discovery, which is a security firm, a cyber security firm. And he found, he found a copy of the database on a Bahrainian IP address. And my question is, I don't know what kind of, like, I probably should look into more of the kind of work he does at this security discovery firm. But why was he even searking Bahrainian IPs? Like, what kind of work was he doing? Like, it doesn't really sound like any white hat work. It's more like, I think he was just hacking other people and just by chance found this list somewhere else.
Interesting.
I mean, it sounds like a win-win.
I guess it does sound like a win-win. Yeah, what do you guys think so far? There's more to the story?
I mean,
yeah, what do you guys think?
I'm not a comp sci, so I don't know if like this is a big deal. But I know that once my debit card number got hacked at a Moe's Southwest Grill, and that was not cool. So I can imagine that this is not cool.
Yeah, it's very much not cool when stuff gets hacked and also stuff gets leaked. It can be dangerous.
I'm sure finding your name on this list would be like devastating.
Because I'm pretty sure they do track you across.
Good luck getting a job.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do track you like on Facebook and other sites that you use. So like, if you use your real name and you're on this list, yeah, good luck doing actual regular stuff like taking a plane.
Yeah, you're on the no-fly list, right? They won't.
Well, yeah, the no-fly list is a subset. So like, not all 1.9 million people are on the no-fly list, but a very good portion of it is. I wasn't given a specific number, but I was told by my research.
Did you find the actual leak or just the information about the leak?
Yeah, can I see if my name's on there?
They
real
already
quick?
patched the leak up, but there were photos that are still circulating of it.
Oh, of the list?
Yes. You didn't hear it from here, but you could look into it a little. Uh-oh. But yeah. So this guy, Bob Dychenko, he wants recognition for finding this leak. And obviously, as a guy who works at a cybersecurity firm, like, who wouldn't? That's a pretty big leak to find and to report. Like, obviously, that's a pretty big achievement, I guess. especially if you're a cybersecurity dude. Like if you find something that big and you actually help the FBI out, I guess that'd be really cool. But in my opinion, I don't know if I'm looking into this too much, but he really wants recognition for this. Like he posted on LinkedIn. He made it very clear in several articles and in his post that he was the one who found the leak, him solely on his own, and that he was the one who helped the
It was
FBI.
me. Give me credit.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I got. And so I had a little theory, or maybe he was the one who leaked this list, and then he was the one who patched it up, so he could get the credit for finding this heinous act. And maybe he just wanted this recognition, because I had no idea who he was before this. So if he wanted recognition, that kind of worked.
I mean, it sounds like he's struggling to get recognition, so did it really work?
I mean, he just got some.
He's still demanding to get recognition, you know? He's like, yeah, notice me.
Sounds like he's
people."
already been in several articles, though. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
he was on the news and everything.
Murderers have the same thing. Yeah. I was going to say murderers have the same thing, where there are many cases in the past where a murderer obviously committed a murder and wanted recognition for it without being caught. They wanted somebody to know what they did. They wanted somebody to know they got away with it. And eventually, that's how a lot of murderers got caught, because they couldn't help themselves and they
They
blabbed to
wanted
someone
to
that they shouldn't have.
brag about their crimes.
Exactly.
Exactly. So Patrick, I mean, you might be right. This guy might be like, "Hey, look what I did. Isn't this
He's
cool?"
on to something,
And
yeah.
nobody's suspecting him. It doesn't sound.
And
like,
remember,
you know?
this is just a theory. I'm not saying that part's true, but if you look into his LinkedIn posts and some of the other parts where he was like interviewed and he got talked to, he definitely wants that credit. So I'm only going off a hinge. Obviously, that's not full fact. And who knows? Maybe he is just a good guy that reported this leak. He didn't sell it for money, or maybe he did. He just didn't tell anyone, and then he actually helped the FBI. So who knows? And also, a couple articles did find it weird how after the FBI thanked him, it took them 3 weeks to patch up their database and like secure it again. So I don't know why it took so long. Maybe who knows? Maybe it was a bureaucracy thing. But who knows? Maybe Bob Janko had something to do with it. but yeah, it was pretty cool. So actually, he did talk about two tools he used to actually find that leak. He used 2 things called Census and Zoom Eye. And Tyler, if interested, Census is a platform used by information security practitioners to discover, monitor, and analyze devices that are accessible from the internet. Yes, you heard that right. As long as your device is connected to the internet, it could be probed by this platform.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and then the other one, Zoom Eye, is a hacker search engine. So it's actually a search engine where if you type in stuff, it shows you, at least out of what I understand, it shows you a bunch of routers and stuff that your packets went through during your search, and it shows you how much what their security is, how secure those routers actually are.
Oh my goodness.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
Does it cost money? Does it cost money to use these services? Is it just for people or just the government?
I used them before this, so they have free features.
Okay.
I'm not sure. They probably have some sort of paid VIP status, whatever stuff. There probably is some sort of paid feature that they have, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that part. But they both are free to use. So this guy uses these tools that's the cybersecurity firm. So an actual cybersecurity guy uses these tools and recommended them, and I used both of them a little bit. Yeah, they're definitely, some parts are definitely free to use. So yeah, look at that. It's pretty spooky. At the same time, it's pretty cool. Yeah, what do you guys think? FBI watch list leaked and patched. Bob Nuchenko, potential wannabe famous man. Who knows?
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Miss Guinea Pig Mama, what do you think? What do you think?
I think it's pretty cool. I'm not familiar with any of this stuff, but it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. And Mr. Bio Bird Boy?
I don't know how I feel about being called that.
You just give me your opinion on that instead. But yeah.
Well, I don't know about the boy, but no, I think it's an interesting article. We were joking a little bit before. I don't know if this is going to be kept in the podcast, but we were talking about it before the show, about 1984 and George Orwell, and I think this is a really good example of, people say 1984 is happening. It's already happened. I don't know about that, in my opinion, but I think this goes to show that at least some part of what George Orwell wrote has come to fruition. Whether that's for the good of the people or whether it's not, that's to be decided. Obviously, the FBI thought that these people needed to be on that list, but I think a question that I raise that I feel like is a hard question for anyone to answer is who puts these people on that list and what criteria do they have for each individual that is going to be as different as each snowflake is.
Yeah, they did not make that criteria
Mm.
clear, but I feel like there's some leads, like they definitely probe Facebook and other sites like that. They probe it. I'm not sure what criteria they use. Maybe they have like an automated like web scrapers to grab people that look suspicious, but who knows? They did not leak that part. So, but it is pretty weird to think about. Like, it's for a good cause, but at the same time, it's kind of weird we're just being watched behind the scenes. But I think it's to be expected at this point.
That reminds me of that one story that happened a few years ago of the guy who crashed the stock market for a few minutes. Do you remember watching
Yeah,
that?
we watched a documentary together, and how
Yeah.
he like, almost went to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy. I don't remember his name, but it was a dude who got really good at trades. Like I believe they were stock trades, and he crashed the stock market just because he decided to take some time off trading. 'Cause he had so many assets that like him taking time off screwed over so many people. It crashed the stock market for like several days, if I remember correctly. That was the story.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it was more than several days.
Yeah, then the government used him. They were like, oh, they got information out of him and how he got to such a position. But that's a different story. But yeah, I guess it'd be kind of similar.
Wow.
Sort of. But yeah,
I don't know. To me, all of that is just computer magic. So
computer magic.
Pretty
same
much.
category.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Technical
The
wizard.
documentary did mention that was around the time people started using computers to actually do trading. That was around the time they like became more popular. So yeah, I guess that is definitely cop related. And so
Computer magic.
yeah. And speaking of computers, our resident comp site expert, Mr. Tyler, any final remarks for the story? I think I already asked you earlier, but
I think you did. It's. I just think I just have like the same question, the same thoughts as what Josh was thinking of. Because this list, like, yeah, what is the criteria to put somebody on this list? Because I think we can all agree this is something that is deeply uncomfortable. That there's a list that just exists with just this many people on it, of just not just people who they know are criminals, but they think could become criminals.
it's just a watch list. It's not like a
So,
hunt list.
yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, I really do think
But
at least 1,000 of these people are actually people posting on Facebook about like about
Oh no, there are
the
idiots.
troll posts.
There are idiots out there who post like some obvious shit. It's like
I'm pretty sure a good portion of those guys.
Yeah, like herdy, look at me. Got my gun. I'm the tough guy. I'm gonna do something. Better watch out, dude. Like, yeah, no shit. Yeah, put them on a list. But
Oh, you know what? Actually, this is a little off topic, but like, have you guys heard of the Church of Gun?
Church of
It's
God.
it's
Oh,
something
God.
like that, but
You mean America?
I guess. But it's a cult that worships guns and I guess freedom in America. And
Yeah, America.
Yeah, and they've been getting.
That's just America.
It started as a gathering, but they've been getting more and more cultish. And some podcasts I listened to that talked about this they're pretty much predicting that they're probably gonna do like mass suicide, like how a lot of those cults end up. And I'm pretty sure they post on Facebook and sites a lot. I think I have a good hint on maybe those guys are on this watch list too. And if you guys don't know about it, I don't know if that name was correct, like the Church of Gun. It was something like that. But if you look that up, then you could probably find like something similar on Google. But I'm pretty sure those guys are probably being watched for sure. But yeah, so that's the story. FBI watch list leak found by Bob Jachenko. He sent it over to the correct authorities. They patched it up 3 weeks later, and bada bing, bada boom, he got some recognition like he wanted.
Bada bing, bada boom.
All right, that was our
Case closed.
case closed. And yeah, the rest of our stories aren't as long. I think they're pretty fun though. Like the next one, the Penisman. You guys ready for this?
The Penisman. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I am, but yeah, let's hear it.
So this one's a little older. I wanted to throw it in because this is actually a series of stories I actually followed on the news. Because I thought it was really funny. And this happened a little while ago, but I have to cover it on Spiel Meal. So, according to the Daily News, Penisman graffiti artist. There was a guy running rampant in Arizona, spray painting Penisman all over the place.
Wait, is this just a name for? Is this a name for?
Oh, I heard of this.
Yeah.
It's literally just a guy
This just
spray
sounds
painting
like it's
penis man. The 2 words, I guess.
Oh, penis man.
Yes.
And they couldn't
word-
find him for a while.
Yeah,
right?
they couldn't find him for a while. The news were like following him. They're like, "Oh, Penis Man strikes again!" And it was pretty funny. Yeah,
Penis man strikes again.
those 2 words were spray painted all around Arizona. And according to the articles I read and researched, they called him a graffiti artist, but it pretty much was just vandalism. It wasn't art. It was literally just 2 words spray painted. I don't think that counts as
Just
art.
they weren't even stylized or anything.
I mean, 1 or
Just
2
penis man?
out of the pictures I saw, I didn't see that many because there were a crap ton of spray paints, but 2 of them I saw at least were like, I think 2 of the E's were stylized a little bit, or the guy just tripped or something while writing that. But like, it's just 2 words. It doesn't even count as graffiti. Like they were not stylized that well. It literally looked like Times New Roman with spray paint.
Who are you to say that's not art?
I mean,
bro?
it could be. It could be. But in my opinion, that doesn't count as graffiti. What the heck? But yeah, and they actually arrested someone. They arrested a man named Dustin Schober. He was charged with 16 counts of aggravated criminal damage, 8 counts of criminal damage, and 1 count of criminal trespassing, all related to the Penis Man graffiti art.
Let's go.
Did he? I know some artists like to keep anonymous. Did he actually admit that he did it?
He posted about it.
Oh.
That's what
He
they got.
found him.
Of course he did.
Oh.
Oh, it feels bad. But yeah, according to Dustin, though, there are many penis men, and he's simply a follower.
It's like I'm
Oh.
Spartacus, but for
For
Arizona.
penises.
Yeah, his excuse was that he was at a bar one night in Arizona, and he overheard people talking about the mythical penis man, and he felt inspired, and he went out himself to go write penis man wherever he can.
Is this the next cryptid?
Oh, I guess he was pretty real. They caught him. They caught one of them.
No, the penis man. Not this guy, the penis man.
Yes, the penis man. We are
The
all
original.
penis
Unless we are calling this guy the penis man now.
man.
He's become maybe that's the curse of the mythical penis man is you become obsessed with it and then you become it.
Yeah, who knows? Like he was so far, he's been the only one arrested out of what I know. He's been the only one arrested for these crimes, and
You know.
oh yeah,
Oh, I was just gonna say that's pretty symbolic. Like he's going around destroying property, so he really is not just a penis man, but he's a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
I was actually just about to say. I guess if there are several penis men, he was kind of thrown under the bus, and he got dicked down. He got screwed over.
He got bum clapped.
Bum clapped. And right before he went to jail, or right before he was arrested, he had a single quote. He went on record and said, "We are all penis man."
Oh.
So you know what? The story's a little inspiring. Well, I guess you just called it lame. But
There's a penis man in all of us. I think we can agree.
It
Yeah,
just sounds
maybe-
like this guy ran around, vandalized, and then said, "Haha, yeah, I'm cool, huh?"
Yeah, who knows? Maybe he lied about the bar story. Maybe it was just him the whole time and he finally got caught. and maybe he just wants them to think there are more people. But I like the idea of it being a cult, a penis man cult, that they're actually going around. They threw him under the bus because he wanted publicity or something, or maybe he wanted money. Who knows? It could have been anything. Another theory.
Yeah, I appreciate that he's making a story out of it. He's keeping that spirit alive. He's saying, "Oh, it's not over yet. There are more who are inspired."
Yeah, I mean, he literally said he was inspired by the mystical penis man at a bar. So, I mean, at least he was inspired. He was a renegade artist on the go. And I feel like that part's pretty inspiring. So I guess he became part of the penis man mythos.
Exactly. There truly is a penis man in all of us.
And also, I don't see that too many news stories coming from Arizona. So, at least it's something nice. As I mean, I guess
They
vandalism.
gave him something.
I guess vandalism isn't the funniest thing, especially if your building gets tagged. But like, it's funny. Come on, penis man.
Yeah, penis man. Come on.
I
You know
just looked
how
it up,
I'm like,
too.
oh, what?
Oh, I was just gonna say I looked it up. There have been no other penis men.
Yeah, so far he's
He was the only
yeah,
one.
so far he's the only one that's been arrested. But he claims there are more. So and yeah,
You know how on certain tests there are, oh, do you identify as Native American, white, Hispanic? I bet penis man should be a category.
it's just
Yeah.
for him alone.
It ought to be.
Just in the state of Arizona.
Just to honor him.
Yeah. So there it is.
In the state of Arizona, penis man is a gender.
Yes. So yeah.
It is recognized legally.
And if any of you think you're a penis man, please feel free to email us at Spiel Meal. We would like to talk to you.
We would like to talk to you, penis man.
Yes, if you're part of this cult, please let me know. But yeah, that was the whole story. Any final remarks about the penis men or man? No?
Good for them.
Yeah, I guess only one guy
I
got arrested.
think-
If it is a group.
I think there
I hope
really
he's
is.
happy with his 33 charges.
I think there truly is a penis man and within us all. We just have to let it out,
I guess so.
or rather whip it out. I guess,
Let it out.
or whip it out. I guess I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord. But speaking of people doing acts of artistry, our next story.
Artistry.
Yes. So you guys ready?
Hell
I don't know,
yeah.
possibly.
All right. TVman leaving TVs around. That's
Oh,
First we have
saw
penis man. Now
this.
we have TV
yeah. We got
man.
penis man.
No, this
What will
one's
they think of
a
next?
good one.
Yeah, we had penis man. Now we got TV man. So according to CNET, TV man is leaving TVs on people's porches. This random dude wearing an old vintage TV on his head, as like it kind of looks like a helmet. He's just wearing it over his head, and he's going around leaving old vintage. I can't say the word vintage TVs on all these people's porches down at Virginia. This is happening in Henrico, Virginia, and he was caught on doorbell cams. It was just a man wearing a TV on his head, leaving TVs on porches. That's all. That's the whole story. And so, again, happening in Henrico, Virginia, almost 60 homes got their own TVs from this one guy. And this, I believe, I think I mentioned, this all happened in one night. This guy literally went out and just started dropping TVs off. And these are not flat screen TVs. They're literally the old giant square TVs, the old vintage ones. He's just going around leaving
Yo,
Yeah,
them.
the
let's
box
go.
ones.
Yeah, the old box ones. You guys even remember those?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I
do.
had
I used to
one.
I used to have one before just before we got rid of it. I used to play that was all I had to play the Xbox 360 on. Yeah, so I played on one of those. It was quite a wild time.
Yeah, so
Mm.
the residents are calling him TV Santa Claus. This is happening right before Christmas, and he's giving out free TVs.
Teleclaus. It's Teleclaus. He has come to save us.
Teleclaus.
And
Thanks,
bring us-
Santa, for an outdated vintage TV.
Yo, I'd love an old blocky TV from Santa Claus. That'd be wild.
No, they were so hard to handle. I remember I had to get rid of a bunch of them from my parents' house.
Bro, they're
Brutal.
fun.
Yeah,
bro, and it's you do it for the nostalgia trip. Oh my.
Yeah, we used to have
gosh.
one at my house. And that thing was heavy as hell. So.
Yeah,
Well, I used to have one too. Yeah, at my house. It was freaking.
it would overheat too sometimes.
Oh really?
Yeah, and this guy literally spent his whole night dropping off 60 plus TVs. Like, is that dedication or what?
Exactly.
Exactly.
They were heavy motherfuckers, and he did
He
it.
just misses those old early 2000s vibes.
It was
Not
actually
the-
just like Dwayne Johnson.
Not the hero we deserve, but the hero we need.
Yeah, and,
It was Joey Tribbiani from Friends.
okay. The conspiracies, they're rising. But yeah, I think you guys would be sad to know the police are after him for littering. They want to arrest him for littering since he was putting old TVs on other people's property. They are after this man. And yes,
Bruh.
God, that's just
the police
No.
have confiscated all 60 TVs.
I disagree with this.
No.
oh my god.
What if somebody wanted it? Like one person.
I guess.
Yeah, like I love I love the police, but that's just not that's not it.
They took all the TVs. I think they took them. I don't even know if they're using it as evidence. They just flat out took the TVs. Because if it was littering, if the guy was littering, they kind of just took in trash as evidence.
Oh, that'd be so funny. It's like you go into the police locker room. It's just TVs everywhere. You can't even get to the actual evidence for other cases. It's just TVs.
Yeah, actually, the one video I watched was just police officers loading all like a bunch of TVs into a pickup truck. Or no, it was I think it was like a U-Haul. They were just taking all these TVs from these people. Oh, so sad. I wonder who the TV man is. And also, I was wondering, where the heck did he get so many vintage TVs? Wouldn't that be easy to trace? Like, he had to get them somewhere. Like, if he grabbed them from a dump or something, like, he probably has a record of it somewhere, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's dumps and like electronic events where you could drop off old technology.
Yeah. Maybe he owned like an old TV store and had a bunch in his basement.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, why not dress up and become a TV Santa Claus?
Can you imagine that thought process? Walking down to your basement, looking at all the TVs and going, you know what? Everyone needs one of these.
Yeah, like, what if you own like an old record store and he's like, I gotta do something with all these old TVs. Just watch the.
You know that
Yeah?
Oh. I was gonna say this story reminds me of the guy in California who spent like thousands and thousands of dollars to buy and build these little homes for homeless people. So he just built them like thousands of little homes on the street. But then the police came and took thousands of homes of these like little homes away because it like was private property.
Yeah, see, I get it's.
It was like
I get it's private property and all, but like, come on.
yeah, it was out of the good of both of their hearts, and now
Yeah,
they're
come
getting
on, man.
punished.
Yeah.
This is why we can't have
TVs,
nice things.
houses, they work for the people.
They're taken from the people. They're just confiscated
Exactly.
everything.
What a cruel world.
Little do we know the TV man is actually on the FBI wanted list.
Oh, do
You
you
know,
think?
He's on the
Do you
list.
think Penisman is on that list?
Oh my god.
Is that why we're covering Spiel Meal? We're going over each enemy of the state.
Yeah, we're covering real life villains. First we got TV Santa Claus littering, and then now we got Penisman vandalizing. These are real life villains, guys.
If this is truly a democratic country, they should have everyone who received a TV vote on whether or not they actually wanted the TV,
Now that's
and
an
whether
idea.
like it's actually a criminal act, you know?
That is an idea right there.
Take a vote.
Just vote. You find a dead body on your lawn. You know what? Let me vote on that. I kind of want to keep it. But yeah, that's that story.
let's put it up to a
So,
vote.
any final remarks? TV Santa Claus giving out vintage TVs.
I think TV Santa Claus, justice for TV Santa Claus. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Ho ho ho. Merry TV for all.
I guess we gotta tune into that story when they find him.
Oh yeah,
If
we
they
do.
find him.
If they find him.
Oh no.
All right.
What if he was one of the Penismen?
That's a conspiracy that
Yeah,
runs
what if
deep.
just like the Penisman, there's like 300 TV men?
There are 60 TV men, and each of them placed their TV head on a porch and left. All right.
It's like the Hydra. You cut off one head, 2 more grow, but just TVs.
That'd be pretty cool. But yeah. So next story. Are you guys ready?
No, we can't. We can't get to it.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we need a moment of silence for the TV
All right.
man.
Let's sit in
Yeah.
silence for TV, man. All right, next story. And actually, on Spiel Meal, a lot of my stuff, a lot of the artwork and like the little animations I have for the intro and stuff, all of that's like all those are TVs. So if TV man, if you're out there, feel free to put Spiel Meal on one of your old vintage TVs. Maybe email us. That'd be pretty cool.
Yo, Spiel Meal, TVman collab.
Yo,
Let's
we
go.
gotta get him on. Maybe episode 4. Am I gonna wear a TV?
Yes, let's go. Yeah, we'll have him as a guest. Ultimate goal of the podcast.
Yes. Because I don't know, nobody really watches the podcast at this moment, but who knows? In the future, if people look back and they're like, if they listen in, maybe they will actually email. That'll be really funny if I get like emails, like maybe like a year down the line, just with like stuff from the first couple episodes. I don't even remember what I covered by then. But all right. Next story. Yo! So Japanese aircraft.
That's a good story.
Yes. Japanese aircraft landed on asteroid and shot it. Some
What?
actual space combat. They shot an asteroid in space.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah, they're playing Asteroids IRL.
Yeah, they are.
I read about I think it was in a NASA too. They sent a space shuttle at an asteroid to see if the plan to send a much smaller object to waver the course of an asteroid away from Earth. So was Japan doing that, or did they just like shoot an asteroid for no
Oh, it was
reason?
actually no, they're doing research, but it was for a
There was
different
a
reason.
They shot it for
It
fun.
was for a different reason. But yeah, no, Josh, actually, yeah, they I actually looked into the United States. I think the Air Force actually has a defense system against asteroids that are heading towards Earth. So like yeah, that's actually pretty cool. You guys should look into that. But for this story, Japanese aircraft landed an asteroid and shot it, according to TechCrunch. Japan's Hayabusa 2 landed on an asteroid and shot it using a special bullet and returned to space. This was part of its 7-year space voyage, which it's still on. And it was actually pretty cool. The spacecraft is to collect samples shot off the asteroid. And so the purpose of it was to collect these samples and try to get more evidence that life started in space. It just didn't appear on Earth. They're trying to find DNA examples in space and potential. They're trying to find more water in space too. They're trying to find yeah, I forgot the theory was called, but there's a theory that life on Earth started from asteroids or comets that landed on Earth. And they're just trying to find evidence for that. They're trying to find like just anything on this asteroid that could support that theory. At least.
That's
You
cool.
mean
Yeah.
the primordial soup, that kind of stuff?
What is that? You want to explain?
The primordial soup is the theory that that's how life on Earth started. Basically, it was like a soup of like microorganisms from space that landed on Earth, and yeah, that's how life started.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Patrick, it's called the panspermia theory, which is the hypothesis that life existed throughout the universe, distributed by space dust, meteoroids, asteroids, comets, and planetoids, as well as by spacecraft carrying unintended contamination by microorganisms.
Oh, spacecrafts, maybe aliens.
And then I think the primordial soup is after they landed, there was the correct amount of chemicals and temperature and water that coincidentally was able to spawn the first organisms in a very, very rare chance. It's kind of, I think we talked about it in a before Spiel Meal episode where it was the chimpanzee theory, where, given enough time, a chimpanzee can do anything. It was the same kind of thing where all these variables came together at an exact right moment and were able to spawn the primordial soup. So the fact that Japan is doing that on meteors and collecting this debris to see if the panspermia theory is happening is really interesting. You hear theories about it, you hear a lot of scientists talk about it, but the fact that Japan is spending that much money to see if it is actually happening shows that the theory at least has some merit enough to invest obviously millions of dollars into it.
Yeah, and you referenced the infinite monkey theorem, which we shall cover on this first Spiel Deal episode. So guys, check that out. And Tyler, do you want to say something or?
No.
Oh, you're just.
Nah, I'm just humming. I'm humming thoughtfully.
But nice. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool. This spacecraft actually landed 2 very circular petri dish looking rovers onto the asteroid first and probed it, and then they shot it and collected samples. And yeah, it was pretty cool. They fully investigated this thing. And also, how do you, because they shot this asteroid, how do you collect samples that fly off into space? Because I can imagine if you shoot an asteroid, those pieces are probably gonna fly around real fast, and you're already chasing an asteroid. Like, how can you catch those in time? They figured it out.
I don't think they travel that fast through space. The pieces.
Maybe they slowly shot it. Because what I pictured in my head was that they just blasted the thing. They tried grabbing chunks. But who knows? Maybe they shot off a tiny chunk and like maybe they caught it. Maybe, I don't know. They figured it out. They had a solution. I just find it weird.
There might be a lot of samples that move in a lot of different directions to choose from. So they probably could choose a small sample that was already floating in the direction of the aircraft.
Yeah, maybe they had a space net.
Probably, something like that.
But yeah, so that's the full story. But I actually have a little conspiracy here. Because that's that theory, the panspermia theory. Wait, Ashley, what'd you call it again?
The primordial soup.
So for those 2, that's what they want us to think. But actually, in my opinion, they're testing out spatial warfare. They actually want to test the bullets in space so they could launch meteors into Earth and hit their targets. That is my opinion. That's not factual. The actual facts are finished, and now it's theoretical time.
Yo, theory time.
Yes. The reason why I think this is because the U.S. Air Force already has a space asteroid program. They already have a space weapon program.
Space Force.
Yeah, it's actually really scary. It's slightly different, but the U.S. Air Force has a quote-unquote theorized plan to weaponize space, and they want you to think it's a theory, but in my opinion, it already exists. They're called the rods from God, and it's the idea of yeah, it's satellites.
No, that does.
What?
I think that does exist. The is it where you just use kinetic where you just use steel rods, not even ballistic missiles, just rods and just shoot them
when I
down
looked
from orbit.
into it,
Yeah, no, that is a thing.
When I looked into it,
that is an
like,
actual technology.
It's just an idea. But okay, come on, that has to be out in space at this moment.
It's an idea, but it would work because, like, yeah, you shoot those. The amount of force you gain just from the potential energy of being that high and just flying down and hitting terminal velocity, you hit that in the right spot, that's going to cause serious damage.
Yeah, I got some specs here.
You can cause earthquakes with that.
Yeah, so the rods from God, quote unquote, idea is they're like a set of satellites that drop 20-foot tungsten rods into the Earth at targets. And these rods travel 10 times faster than the speed of light, and their damage is equal to a nuclear explosion without fallout.
Yeah, wait, speed of sound.
10 times faster.
Nothing travels faster than the speed of light.
It says 10 times faster than the speed of light.
That's not possible.
Speed of sound.
That's literally impossible.
Okay, I'm gonna double check this right now.
If it traveled faster than the speed of light, the entire universe would be exploded.
The Earth would be dust if it could travel 10 times faster than the speed of light and hit the Earth at an object.
I think that actually might create a
black
hole.
It is sound.
Yeah, it is sound. Speed of light.
Why did I write light? Okay, let me switch that right now.
Speed of light is literally the universal speed limit.
Okay, Mr. Fancy Pants. See, this is why I have the experts here.
Oh my god.
this is why we have
Nothing
the
can go
expert
faster
there.
than the speed of light. If something were to exceed this limit, it would move backward in time. So you'd probably end up killing the dinosaurs or something.
Oh god.
Bro, that wasn't
That's how they killed the
yeah,
dinosaurs.
that wasn't an asteroid.
The rods from God. Oh my god. The light speed rods of God.
It all comes together.
All right, so yeah, 10 times faster than the speed of sound. Not light, sound. My bad. I don't know why I wrote light. But yeah, their damage is equal to a nuclear explosion without any fallout. And it was quoted to be on par with a ground-penetrating nuclear weapon. So yeah, that's pretty scary. They want you to think it's just
That's
an idea,
terrifying.
but I'm pretty sure those are already in space. And that's just a hunch. That part's not factual, but like, come on.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to put them in space.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think the thing is they don't even violate current nuclear agreements or something like that. Like, because it's like you can't have ballistic missiles in space, but you can have these. I think I may be wrong on one aspect there, but yeah, something about it is just like, oh yeah, we have mutually assured destruction against nuclear weapons. Here's a clean energy solution to that. Here's an environmentally friendly version.
Yeah, so the reason why I even
Giant rod.
But the reason why I even mentioned the rods from God is just because these ideas are already in motion. Like the people are already getting these ideas to weaponize space. And so like a Japanese aircraft shooting asteroids, like we already have technology that redirects asteroids away from Earth, but why not towards Earth? Like I think this might be a little more nefarious than just collecting samples to prove some theories. But hey, I might be looking into it too much. That just might be a crazy conspiracy idea. And who knows? It's still pretty cool trying to prove panspermia. And what happened, Tyler?
Someday, yeah, we're getting that much closer to just being able to land robots on an asteroid, build boosters on them, and send them into planets we don't like.
Hey, I mean, Hayabusa 2, the spacecraft we just talked about, it already landed 2 rovers on an asteroid. Why not add thrusters to those and move it?
Yeah, exactly. We can turn asteroids into missiles, just like in
yes, that video game.
Dear God.
Yeah.
It is pretty expensive though, so hopefully it's only done as like a last resort or weapon of mass destruction.
It actually, I'm going
Hopefully
back
it's only
to,
done as a weapon of mass destruction. Yes, hopefully.
I'm going back to the rods of
230 million for each rod.
I mean, would that be cheaper than mutually assured destruction between nukes?
Well, I mean, cheap is relative. It's cheap. It's more expensive than like a nuclear bunker or conventional bunker. But yeah, I mean, if you get to annihilate an entire country, I guess it's worth it.
Oh Lord! So guinea pig Momma, any last thoughts?
Wait, what?
Any last thoughts before the next story?
Sorry, I was actually distracted by my guinea pigs.
See, there it is.
The guinea pigs are the weapons of mass
She's
destruction.
doing her job well.
Yeah, I'm just doing my job, you know? Rods
We'll
of
launch the guinea pigs at
destruction.
enemy countries.
Rods of destruction, let's go.
Alright,
Merry Christmas.
let's get it. All right, so you guys ready for the next story? We only have 2 left. Yeah?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Let's do it. All right, let me clear my throat for this one. All right. All right, so next, Wally, Wally, the wandering walrus, is given a floating couch. So, according to Daily Mail, an Arctic walrus named Wally has been relaxing on many boats off the West Cork in Ireland. Wally here caused thousands worth of damage. Of pounds. He caused thousands of dollars in damage, or I guess thousands of pounds in damage. And they tried to get him to stop. So the Seal Rescue Ireland group funded a project to put a couch out in the water for Wally to relax on, as walruses do need resting space, and global warming has a little bit to do with that. Like, apparently they love resting on, and obviously we have our little bio-resident expert here. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But walruses do need resting places, and they love to rest on ice and snow, especially at the Arctic, but with less space to rest. Wally here went out and found his own resting areas on people's luxury cruisers. And he's giant.
And just
Okay.
so he was breaking them.
Yeah, no, he's literally sinking boats.
Oh my god.
So that's why
I mean,
yeah.
I found the picture.
does he even know what a boat is? Like,
Exactly, that's the thing.
he probably
oh my
doesn't
god,
even
for
know
real?
what a boat is.
Look, it's Wally.
Is that really him? Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Yeah, he's
God.
big. He's a big male walrus.
Yeah.
And it's really funny.
No, seals need the same thing. A lot of sea lions too. That's why if you go up to San Francisco, I believe it's Pier 49, they have about a colony of, I think, 150 California sea lions resting on a pier there. Because seals, just like sea lions, they can't swim in the water 24/7 like a fish. They need to rest too. So they hop up on those places. Whales are a different story. They rest in the water. They're kind of too big to be eaten. But seals, walruses, if they're not moving, something will try to take a bite out of them.
Yeah. And so Wally took it into his own hands and found his own resting spot. And honestly, I think this is just nature fighting back. Mother Nature has sent one of her biggest and proudest warriors, Mr. Wally, to go teach humans a lesson about why we should bring these factories down. They're causing climate change.
I, for one, support Wally and his vigilantism.
Look at that, another artist in these trying times.
Yes, another rebel artist.
Yeah, look at this. But yeah, it's really funny because there have been several groups that got together with the Seal Rescue Ireland group to get this couch out in the water for Wally to rest on. And it was really funny. During their first attempt, they spotted Wally resting on a luxury speedboat. And by the time they got to him, he almost sank the boat, and he didn't even get on the couch. But it eventually worked. Wally did actually rest on the couch for some time here and there. But it's kind of funny.
Can you see a picture of the couch?
Yeah, there are pictures online. You can look at Wally just resting on their makeshift couch. And it's like a...
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, if this dude is sinking boats, how is he not sinking this couch?
They built it just for him. They got engineers to build him a couch.
They didn't just throw a Chesterfield into the water and said, "Here." Like they made an actual thing specifically for him to float on.
Yeah, they made him a special couch. They had to make sure he floated.
Man, that takes research.
Yeah,
that's why if you study the marine sciences, who knows? Maybe one day you'll build a couch for a walrus. Like literally.
One day.
Literally, they had marine biologists work on this.
That's the dream.
Oh yeah. No, it's important.
Yeah, and oh yeah?
I was just gonna say some seals can do this bobbing effect where they kind of go into light sleep, and they just kind of bob up and down to rest if they're kind of in the middle of the ocean or they can't reach a shore. But that is extremely risky if they're out in open water, and like they have to make sure that they're not going to be eaten by that. They're still somewhat aware of their surroundings, but it's a pretty dangerous practice. So I completely understand that this walrus needs to rest. It's part of its life cycle. So it's great that they got him a couch for him to actually rest on.
Yeah, and this is actually not the end of the story. I didn't give you guys the full thing. So it's actually, it's pretty funny because I mentioned how Wally has been traveling around sinking boats, but I didn't go into detail about how far he actually traveled from the Arctic. So they believe, so Wally has been traveling far and wide, and his first boat that he sunk was by Valentia Island in the UK. And then he went off and damaged more boats around Bilbao, Spain. And I know I mispronounced that. I apologize. I'm not good at pronouncing things. But he ended up damaging boats in Spain. And they believe he originated from Norway. So he's been traveling. He's been traveling for months and has gone 4,000 kilometers away from home. And I guess he couldn't find anywhere to rest, so he took it upon himself to just destroy luxury boats for his nice nap time. And his last updated location as of today, at least as of last time I researched, was near Spain, and he's still on the move. They're keeping his location secret because they don't want people actually looking for him. he kind of got a little famous, and so they don't want him to become a tourist attraction, and they don't want people hunting him down. So
Yeah.
his current location's
That'd
be
unknown.
terrible.
Yeah, it would be terrible. And last public announcement, he was around Spain. So he's on the move. Wally's on the move. And I don't know how they're getting this couch to follow him.
How do they know it's the same walrus?
They tell by the scarring.
Oh.
And they probably tagged him.
Yeah, that's how
Probably.
they track a lot of whales too. They
Oh, okay.
do by
Yeah.
the scarring of the tails and the design of the tails. Each tail is unique on a whale, so if you ever go whale watching, they'll point out that that whale is Cleo because he has a white spot on his tail or he's got a scratch on his eye.
Interesting.
Yep, so Wally, the artistic walrus, is on the run. And they're keeping an eye on him, but they're just not sharing it publicly. At least they're posting information slowly on purpose. They built him a whole couch. He caused thousands of pounds worth of damage. And he sunk several boats. And he's a big boy. Like, if you guys are listening now, feel free to Google this. Just look up Wally the Walrus, and you can see images of
I
him
looked it
immediately.
up.
Yeah, you want to describe him?
Me too.
I posted them in chat, but
Obviously they can't see that. So
yeah.
you just
I know the audience can't see this boy. Well, it's like so he's got like a little pontoon of that is what the couch is basically. It's like a giant big old raft. But it does kind of look like it's got like arms like a couch. It's pretty neat.
yeah, they're calling it a couch.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Like it's got like a little it's roughly couch shaped. Interestingly, but yeah, he's just big old blubbery walrus boy.
Just a big old boy
got
on a
his,
mission.
Yeah. He's a big old boy making it big in the world. He's got his tusks. He's so cute. Aw,
And yeah, actually, a weirdly similar story. I mean, kind of
I
similar.
want to pet him.
It's a while ago, there was a monkey that was stranded off an island, and he was swimming out into an ocean. I don't remember all the specific details because I wasn't planning on sharing this. I just remembered the story, which is a true story, by the way. This vessel actually went over and saved the monkey because they thought it was a human, like stranded in the ocean and trying to swim. So this vessel actually saved the monkey in the middle of an ocean, swimming away from land. And then after the monkey rested, he hopped back into the ocean and kept swimming away from all land. So these
Why?
animals are on a mission. They're out here to do something.
They're all swimming
They
to
wanna
the
explore the world.
meeting place.
Yeah, they're taking one hell of a vacation.
They're part of the animal Illuminati.
They're out here to warn us, and we're not listening.
Yeah, here we are making couches for them and calling them cute, and they're just like, "You fools, we're trying to warn you." Just like the dolphins in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Nice. So yeah, any last remarks on the story before we embark on our final topic for the day?
I hope he's happy.
Walrus good boy.
As the polar ice caps continue to melt, Wally and his kind will be leaving us, waving their flippers, saying so long and thanks for all the fish, and we will be none the wiser.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there were more Wallys that end up appearing later. But yeah.
Yeah, but
Probably
then
will be.
I look forward to the future where he's the last Wally and he's just here on his own, compiling piles of trash into neat little boxes.
But yeah, so there it is, Wally the Walrus. And now, our final story for episode 3. Was that clapping or was that something else?
That was clapping.
Oh lord.
What
But
the?
this is actually
It's clapping for Wally.
I think this is our shortest story for the day. And this one was
Oh.
provided by our guinea pig expert, also possible microbiologist, Miss Ashley.
What's
Here
good?
we have suicide pods in Switzerland. And so, according to
That sounds fun.
oh lord, according to BBC, 3D printed pods which assist people in suicide are to be first used in Switzerland. Apparently, suicide pods in Switzerland didn't break any laws, and so a company was formed, and this guy thought it'd be a good idea to take lead in that market. If you even want to call it that, it's kind of morbid. But apparently, about 1,300 people have died in Switzerland via assisted suicide. And so Dr. Philip Nitschke, I don't know how to pronounce that, again, apologize, but Dr. Philip Nitschke, the creator of the pods, plans on making 3D printed pods publicly available once the pods are accepted in Switzerland. And so, yes, you could download your own suicide pod and you could 3D print it yourself once these are available, if that ever happens.
Oh, it's already accepted.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Actually, oh my god, am I going to have to download one after this?
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lord. But apparently, according to my resources, looks like my notes are a little outdated. But look at that. He planned on making them publicly available. So I don't know if he kept that promise. But, like, it's kind of morbid. His plan was to demedicalize the dying process. And he was nicknamed Dr.Death. Because for a long time in his career, for some time, he has campaigned for the right to off yourself on your own terms. And he does a lot of death-related research and stuff. So, and so this is his approach to this is his approach for taking control of your passing. And it's kind of morbid. It's also kind of morbid on why he wanted to do this in Switzerland first. I guess they had the highest rate of assisted suicides, but
Oh.
I mean,
weird.
assisted suicide is respectable.
So he went for the best market, essentially.
I mean, he said he was making the 3D printed pods publicly available, which implies they're free. So, I mean, it's kind of morbid calling it a market, but, like, it sounds like he was targeting those people, but it also sounds like these pods are free. So it's not like, I don't think he's trying to make money, at least out of what I get, out of what I've read. I don't think he's trying to make money off of this. But it's just so weird. What a weird topic. Like, what a weird idea. Why?
How strange and interesting.
Why?
You're just not familiar with talking about assisted suicide.
You're right, yeah.
You're not familiar with it, so of course it's going to be strange.
It's a weird concept to me.
I know. I think a couple of states, I think one or two allow it. I think Washington allows it. But, you know, if you really want to do assisted suicide, they make you see a psychiatrist multiple times. It has to get approved by the state. It has to be done in a regulated manner. I mean, it's a very serious topic that if somebody wants to end their life, normally it's terminally ill patients or
that's
people
really
with chronic pain.
that's the only case. That's the only times where it usually happens. Really.
Oh, so I guess there
Right.
are actual applications for them, but I still find it weird.
But, you know, assisted suicide in Switzerland in a pod, what are
yeah,
the
what the heck?
qualifications? How do you make sure that, you know, someone is mentally sound enough to not be, you know, because in
Alive.
Washington, the way they do it is, you know, the psychiatrist says, well, is it because you're depressed or is it because of your terminal illness? And so in the situation with the pods, how does a pod ask that question?
That's a very fair question. Yeah, so
And how does it know what the actual true answer
so
is?
as far as I understand, Switzerland does have a process. I didn't look too much into it because I already thought the idea was weird. But if you guys do want to look more into it, please feel free to look up Dr. Philip Nitschke and his work, or look up suicide pods because I'm pretty sure that'll be the first thing that appears. And feel free to look into that. And remember, things can always get better. Don't try not to use these. Apparently, they're already publicly out. At least they're already out in Switzerland. I don't know if they're public yet, but like, geez, I don't know. I know I'm saying it for like the third time already. I just find it weird. So I mean, that's the whole story.
Yeah.
That's the whole story.
Folks, your life matters.
Like Josh said, it's mainly in the cases where like
Mhm.
someone's terminally ill or in like chronic pain that's really making them like
Just miserable.
not want to live anymore, you know.
Yeah.
Like
if
it's not
you're-
going to get better.
Like if you're old up there and you're and you're going, you know you're going to die soon, and you're just in pain, then you know, yeah, that's your prerogative if you want to say, nah, I think I'll just call it here. But you know, if not,
Oh,
then
Hey, I mean, I guess it's
You
nice
get
having
it.
the option. I guess there are cases like that where it could be beneficial.
yeah.
So you know what? Maybe this is a good thing. But I will still think of it as weird.
oh, so update. So apparently there was a recent fact check 15 hours ago that Switzerland's medical board actually have not approved of the use of the 3D printed suicide capsules yet.
Oh, not yet. So have they like, banned the idea, or are they just waiting?
Apparently
Is
the
it a
post
purview?
was created by a non-profit organization called Exit International, which advocates for voluntary euthanasia and assisted suicide. And the pods just like become flooded with nitrogen and fatally reduces the oxygen levels, which sounds very painful.
Oh yeah, I guess I should have explained what they actually did. But yeah,
Yeah, I was
that
about
is
to
the
ask.
process.
Yeah.
That is the process.
That sounds
So it just
very
suffocates you?
painful.
How does it
Pretty
do it?
much.
Actually, I thought it was the same concept
you
of
pass out
nitrous
first?
oxide from when I was reading it, where it was like laughing gas. The way I
Yeah.
was reading it, it said you kind of painlessly go to sleep.
I don't
That
know.
was
I
the
guess
advertisement for
so.
the suicide pod.
Yeah, I thought
It's really
out of what I
hard to.
yeah, sorry, out of what I understood, it kind of knocks you out, and then you just suffocate without knowing. But that's what I understood.
Yeah. Because
You
like,
go
why
into,
would
like, a
you
peaceful
sign
sleep.
up for a potentially painful method? You know.
It's
Yeah.
pretty morbid.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was also reading about Switzerland too. So you can supply someone with the means to commit suicide, but you can't end their life. They have to end their own life. And you can't supply anything that would be for selfish reasons. So, like, if they take out life insurance and you give them like sleeping pills to knock them out, you would be arrested for that because you did it for selfish
Oh,
reasons.
that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, do you think?
Which I thought was
Wait,
interesting too.
yeah, do you think that's why this guy made these publicly available? So that way, when you decide to, I guess, assist yourself in offing yourself,
You
you
give
just
him your money.
you have the means to do it. Like, you think that's why he made him public and I think well, it sounds like free. It sounds like it's a public and free means to off yourself.
I
So
mean,
Maybe
this
that's a hard question to
article
ask.
this article's kind of correcting all of that stuff. Like, they don't have like any legal aspects like figured out yet for these pods. Like, there are like pretty heavy protocols already in place for assisted suicide. So like,
yeah, because
they just don't
it was when I
know.
was reading into it. The pods, at least out of what I read, didn't break any laws, and they had several lawyers fact check this, even though there are other lawyers that don't believe that part. So it's a little conspiracy going on. But yeah, it turns out according to them, the pods are legal because there's no medical device on board this pod to help assist you, help off you. Apparently, that helped them get around all the laws. So
Wait. So the pod itself has no technical.
it has no
has no
medical
process.
instruments on board to assist you,
Oh,
and so that helped them get around many
no-
laws. But a lot of people
the
don't believe
gas
that part. So I guess they're still
the
checking.
gas it dispenses is
Oh, here's
is
something
not
interesting
considered
too.
is not considered a medical
I
instrument.
guess it's in a gray area.
Well,
Is
it also
mayonnaise a
says
medical
here-
instrument?
Yeah, think about it.
Exist International is hoping to eventually use artificial intelligence in a screening system to establish a user's mental capacity. The organization says it wants to remove any kind of psychiatric review from the process and allow the individual to control the methods themselves. So I guess they would use AI to act as a psychiatric review.
I was actually just earlier today. I was actually reading about death bots and like actually having automated machines or algorithms go out and kill people without any human thought. And this, even though it's not directly killing the people, it's assisting themselves when it comes to their death. So that's so weird. I find it more weird now that they're throwing AI into it. What the heck?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean that's the full story. So do you guys have any final remarks? I still find it weird. I think I said it like 5 times, but weird. What do you guys think? Any final remarks? Sweet. So
Your family and friends are there for you. Things will get better. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. We talk about a lot of things on this podcast, as Patrick knows. But we're here for you. The podcast people are here for you, and do feel the need to reach out if you do need to. There is always help. There is always a light at the tunnel.
I think a good practice might be to include the suicide hotline in the description. Just
Wait, I didn't
maybe
even know
for this
that.
podcast episode.
fellas, you could just look it up.
Oh
Folks,
Lord.
please look to the description below for the suicide hotline.
Or
Don't
it'll
make any
also
promises because
tag-
I've said I'll add stuff in the description before and I still haven't. So no promises,
That's
but yes, please feel free to Google it if it's not there.
Yes.
Or it'll also
Yeah, when
just
I was-
pop up as Logic's song.
When
What?
I was looking up as the assisted suicide for the pods, it kept recommending it to me.
Oh yeah, no, see, they happened to me. I was trying to do research and they kept recommending the number.
Well, there you go. Yeah, there it is. It's so easy to find.
Yes, it is very available. But yeah, so that was episode 3. And honestly, now I'm going to talk a little bit more about Spiel Deal. I'm super excited because our first episode we should be recorded soon. At least I'm planning on recording it this week before Christmas. And I have some cool topics I want to cover. Spiel Deal? Kind of like Spiel Meal. We just sit here and talk about all these topics, but instead of current events and news, we talk about cool ideas of interest. And people too. I threw in some extra people in there as well. And hopefully, it's kind of like a sister podcast, even though I'm posting it with the Spiel Meal episodes. So they'll have their own numbers. I'll label them differently, but they're all part of the Spiel. So it should be fun. It should be interesting. And one more thing for episode 4. I'm actually super excited for Spiel Meal episode 4 because I have a lot of space topics and some cool bio things to cover that literally just happened, and I really, really want to cover them. And I think I don't want to tire you guys out, the experts, but I really want to record like this before Christmas as well because these are really current events that I definitely want to cover sooner than later. So definitely not tonight, but like I don't know, maybe Wednesday since today is like what, Monday. I don't know. If you guys are around, I'll let you know. But like, geez, it's a really cool event I definitely want to cover this week before Christmas.
Damn, you're hyping it up, aren't
I'm
you?
excited because like don't get me wrong, every Spiel Meal episode has some cool topics and ideas, but obviously some are bound to be more cool than others. And episode 4, I'm excited for every single story. Like obviously I'm excited for all stories, but these are some cool ones. So, in my opinion. So definitely tune in. But yeah, until next time, you sus boys, we had our 3 resident experts, and yes, 3, one more than the last 2. And it was pretty cool. We had Josh D, Birdman, supposed biologist. Then we had Ashley, our microbiome Momma guinea pig expert. And we had Tyler, the computer scientist, also soon to be cybersecurity guy that gets me famous. Until then, I was your host, Patrick. And until then, I don't actually give myself an expert title. I don't think I have.
You're the other computer science expert.
I'm your expert host.
He is the hosting expert.
You're no mortal man in this room.
I'm the expert mortal. But yeah, until next time, guys, take care. I hope you guys enjoyed the spiel while you had a meal. This spiel
Have a good night and happy holidays.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Happy Christmas, Merry Hanukkah.
Yes, Merry everything.
Go send the Penisman, the TVman, and Wally some love.
Yes.
Go send them TVs.
If you guys have any more info
No.
or any crazier stories than this, please feel free to email. Eventually, I'll add emails in the description. I think for now, when I'm posting these, I don't have one, but there will be one. So I'll make sure to update all the old videos and feel free to email. Remember, I think in episode 2, the anime expert and I, Mr. Peter, were joking about if you're an undiscovered species, please email us. Feel free to do that again. That was so fun.
Do it
again, just in case I missed it the first time and you listen to this episode after. Well, until then, take care, guys.